term we're using. Hit it.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It's behind the scenes of this week's Jagoff podcast, and this is stop number 2, officially but unofficially number 1 on the 2023 Fireplace Tour. There is a fireplace behind all of these boxes, and all of these boxes have a really good story, which we'll explain to you later.
Mm-hmm. And we have our sign hanging from the bear.
The bear has a name. Right.
What's the bear's name?
Shaquana.
All right.
Who
doesn't have a bear?
So we're going to get things started by getting some music from Bobby Thompson. Bobby, just real quick, in case somebody's bailing out to go to Sam's Club and pick up their order or whatever, where do they find you online?
You can find me at on Facebook and Instagram at Bobby Thompson in the Groove. And you can also find us at bobbytinthegroove.com.
One of our faves. We're not just saying, I'm not momming him, but he literally is one of our faves. No pressure. You better do well.
No pressure. All right, we ready to roll? All right. Well, let me grab that from underneath there. All right. So go grab your toast and your coffee and get ready for the podcast. All right. But in the meantime, Bobby.
Yeah, China coming. It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know where. Stuck in Folsom Prison, time keeps dragging on. Train keeps on rolling down the San Antone.
Right. I love him. Right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. All
right, Bobby, you get to go a chance to take a break and hang out in our really cool green room, which is the front porch. And, and we will get the Jagoff podcast started. Here's how it goes. You want to start?
I'm ready.
Do it.
The Home of the Rourke Advantage, a benefit program that offers customers about $2,200 in free services when you purchase a vehicle with Rourke.
These savings include free lifetime oil changes and free annual PA state inspections. Visit RourkeHonda.com for all of your vehicle needs. And now we start the Jagoff podcast from porch. I did
Fireplace
so well.
Psych number 2 Desiree Cooking Comedy Chaos.
So when you're listening to the audio, you will hear all these people saying, you Jagoff, which we probably need to update. In the meantime, this is John and Rachel. You're listening to the Jagoff podcast. And we hope that if you're listening for the first time that you actually subscribe to it, or just know that you can get it in many places. Wherever you get your podcast, you can get it on Jagoff.com every Tuesday, and you can go get it on the Q929FM.com personality.
And make sure you are listening to Q929 Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 p.m. We have a lot of great segments. We talk about the podcast, but more importantly, we talk about great people who make our city what it is. Whether it's an event, whether it's a happening, whether it's a new restaurant, whether it's a musician, a comedian, we talk about them because, hey, we're all Pittsburghers and Yinzers, so check it out. In the meantime, we do a blog post every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because Tuesday is podcast day. So a couple that we reflected upon.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King
blog post is always about, first of all, I got a chance to visit there, and when you go there and see the actual room is still preserved where he was murdered, it's an amazing, overwhelming feeling. But we post there because we don't want it to be called MLK Day. We want it to be called Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. He deserves that much respect.
I love that.
And we always try to make sure you're not just going out to get a discount on a mattress. It's like do something positive during that day.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And people did, and we loved hearing that. National Thesaurus Day.
So it was National Thesaurus Day, but the thing is, there's no synonym for the word Jagoff.
Mm-hmm.
There really
isn't.
Like that. So we wrote a little blog post
in
honor of National Thesaurus.
Jagoff or not, Candy Wrappers we were actually podcasting from. We actually produced a podcast for the Merry Widows, and they had a little chocolate entree thing going on, and they left the wrappers. That drives John crazy. So we want to see, did the Merry Widows realize it's theirs?
Is it Jagoff or not? Right?
Yeah.
And most people said Jagoff, but maybe you're doing inventory control. You're trying to figure out who ate all the chocolate.
Yeah, that's
I don't
all
know.
it was,
So
yeah.
point is, don't leave the wrappers in the box. And then you did a little parking jag off.
Yeah, I went to see the Whitney Houston movie with my daughter, and some Jeep parked like it lifted its leg to tinkle. That was basically what we got out of it. That's what people said. There's nothing wrong with how he parked. Go look at the picture.
Right.
There's everything wrong with
Somebody
how he parked.
made a very, very funny joke saying it looked like the Jeep was just lifting its tires
It's
to
a tinkle,
pee.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Tinkling
so
Jeep. It's a little
that's,
tinkle Jeep.
That's all the details. So as we said, we're on Fireplace stop number 2 for 2023.
Ish, maybe one.
And Desiree, we're at her home in front of a fireplace, which is stacked up with all kind of things because as you won your best, what was it?
TikTok.
Pittsburgh City Paper Best TikTok. You also took your celebrity on well and started doing some nonprofit and fundraising. And so, first of all, thanks for being a host to our podcast.
You're welcome. Welcome to
Look
our
how
humble
shy she is.
abode.
She's not shy. It's a
Get in
facade.
this, girl. Get in this.
You're not gonna. I'm not believing that for 1 second.
It's just a little intimidating to be like, okay, you're gonna have the radio at your house. Okay.
We're here. It's all good. Look, we came in like wrecking balls, and now we're here, and it's all good. So, tell us why this is all here, Desiree.
So this is all donations that came from my amazing community on TikTok to benefit the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank. It's my birthday fundraiser. Everybody kept asking, like, put an Amazon wish list up for your birthday. We want to, give you stuff. And I really don't need anything. I have everything I need. And
Right.
to me, like, giving back is what fills my heart. And, so
Yeah.
I was like, hey, let's do a fundraiser. And I teamed up with Connie from Cookie Ice Cream. She was like, well, how about if we do a meet and greet? And I was like, well, why don't we just make it a whole birthday party / fundraiser / meet and greet?
I love
and
it.
So that's what we're doing February 18th.
I think that is so cool. And
so
listen,
excited.
we're certainly not inserting ourselves. It's more of like, it makes your heart feel good when you know that there's a reason behind it all. So you came on the podcast at Cookie Ice Cream, met her there, and it was, this whole synergy immediately because Connie's a great person doing great things.
beautiful.
And in case you don't know, Cookie Ice Cream is an ice cream and cookie location in the Montour School District area in Kennedy Township. And they actually specify that their daughter who had special needs had a hard time finding a job back in the day. So they had to drive to the waterfront, which was a far drive. So it was her mission to basically create an opportunity for others, to work there who have special needs. So it was a beautiful relationship. And here we are now that you're doing your birthday fundraiser there. So it's good, doing good, passing on. I love it.
So, Cooking Comedy Chaos. Give us the update. We found, again, you got the Pittsburgh's Best TikTok by City Paper. And just for those who haven't paid attention to the previous podcast, give us a little summary of how this all began for you.
So I started like just being myself. I think I had tried to do cooking stuff before on social media, and I was trying to be like Food Network. And then my husband got me a kit for Christmas, and I really dove into it, and I just started having fun. And being in cooking and doing the thing that I'm the most passionate about, my love language is feeding others, and just having fun with it, it grew to this amazing community of almost 500,000 people. We've done multiple charity events. I work with Lasagna Love. I love giving back. I wouldn't be where I am today without the love and support of so many people, So giving back is what fills my heart. And I think the world just needs more of that, No matter how bad you get kicked when you're down, if you show love and kindness, it's going to come back.
Wow.
That's the end of the podcast.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Try not to cry, Linda. Try not to cry.
Cooking Comedy Chaos and crying. It's the
Add
fourth
another C. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
So
wait,
the-
tell everybody who's Linda because you just referenced Linda.
Yeah.
So Linda's my imaginary friend.
That's it. She has an imaginary friend. It's okay.
She just does everything. It's like I grew up a 90s kid and Drop Dead Fred was the best movie ever. So my parents, I always blamed everything on my imaginary friends, and I would talk to them and they all had names, and Linda she's a part of who I am.
I love it. I love it. So Linda's if you haven't seen her on TikTok, go check it out because I have to tell you, this is a funny story. The Yins Lids girls, we talk to them on the regular, and they're another example of friendships that we've made through the podcast. It's been a couple years with them, and we text regularly, and we were like, hey, you're supporting the Fireplace Tour. Why don't you come this Saturday? And they were like, what time? They have to pull details out of me because I throw it out there.
They're just
and then-
like, let's meet.
Rach,
Friday.
what else?
Whether it's morning, afternoon, you have no idea where.
they don't
Then when
know
you're not there, she's like, what the,
And you know, the usual communication is if we need something, they're like, we left it on the porch. Like we literally go to their porch and grab stuff. So nonetheless, we told them about you, and now all of a sudden they're TikTok stars. They have like 100 followers. They're doing a TikTok a day. I'm like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, they don't work anymore. They just TikTok because
I'm
of you.
digging the TikTok, but here we have to do a little bit of peer pressure because they
For
just posted
crying
the
out
Tech
loud.
Talk last night
Yes.
Oh.
with
Yes.
Name the Dog. What do we think about Carson for Carson Street?
I mean, that's a good one.
I mean-
yeah.
I like it.
The girl.
It was
Okay.
none of the other votes were Pittsburgh themed.
Right.
No, I was like, come on, man, it's
Yeah.
Yen's Lids.
Right.
It's Yen's Lids.
Right. Get it.
Love them. Right. So that's just another degree of Pittsburgh. But, you know, speaking of your emotions, though, you talked the other day about how becoming a content creator wasn't what you were thinking you were going to do. How hard is that day to day to come up with really entertaining people? Because you are off the charts at this point with TikTok, people watching you because of your authenticity with Pittsburgh.
Yeah. It's really been an adjustment for me. Doing what I'm doing was never my plan. You know, my dream was to run restaurants, own my own restaurant. My husband and I were planning on opening a food truck called Brinner's. And when I got injured, my entire path in life changed. And it's been hard. I've lost a lot of friends. And, you know, people that just, I think sometimes when you see somebody bloom and you're not in support of that, it's hard for you to be true to them. And so it's been a really bad year in terms of that. But it's like things like this make it so much better because you're just helping someone out of pure love and you don't even know them.
That's right.
So
Good point.
I'm very grateful for everything. You know, sometimes I have to take a break and step back when you put yourself in the public eye like that. You know, random strangers on the internet just get in, type anything in the keyboard. And so
Yes.
I think it's important when you get into this side of it and you're going viral consistently and, you know, thousands of comments a day. I think it's important that you balance your life and make sure that you're giving the time back to the family and the community. And it's not all in that realm of internet, you know, where
Absolutely.
you see somebody online, but you don't have that connection of like sitting down and having a cup of coffee and getting to know them.
Yes.
So, but I'm very grateful for it. I think that it's a
And it
path
shows.
well taken.
Well, listen, don't think we're Oprah and Ellen, but we have a few of our favorite things here. Okay.
So what we have is we have some biscotti made fresh yesterday from Sprezzatura
Yep.
Okay.
in Millville.
And oh my God, go ahead, John. I'll pass it over.
Sinbin Creations cousin Lisa
That looks good.
has made you some really cool
That is
penguin glasses.
gorgeous.
All right.
Oh, that one's mine.
Okay.
That one's, yeah.
All right.
The husband will probably take that
So
one. but that one's
obviously,
cool.
make sure you're supporting these local businesses because they give these to us for our fireplace tours. So
Yep.
this is
Millie's Ice Cream gave you some ice cream, which is in the freezer, but this is just a little
ice cream scarf.
yeah,
Headband.
an ice cream
Headband.
scarf.
and you
right?
need to put the Millie's emblem on the back of your car.
Right.
And then here,
This is just like Christmas.
Yeah.
3 weeks late.
Oprah
You
and
get
Ellen, John and Rachel.
one of the
Yeah.
famous 2022
Oh,
Jack
yes.
Pittsburgh parking chair Christmas ornaments.
The other two were out.
Our
with
Spectrum
Christmas,
Fudge.
too.
They're our
Spectrum
newest.
Fudge,
Yes.
who
Okay.
another. Do you know their mission? Their
no, I
their
do not.
son is on the spectrum.
Okay.
And they wanted to help him get a job similar to the cookie place in Kennedy Township, and now they have a fudge place, and they quit their jobs to go do this. You'll love them.
That
You'll
is
love them.
beautiful.
And this is my new best friend, Michelle, from Wiki Wags, right? And that is because 5% of their candle sales go to the, I keep saying Humane Society, but it is the other. I'll figure it
Animal
out.
Friends?
But the Animal Friends, 5% every time. But they come up with all their themed scents are like cat and dog. It's hysterical. And she is such a good person in the community. So there's that.
The chocolate lab is my favorite candle. It smells so much like chocolate. I get mad if there's no chocolate in the freezer when I'm burning.
That's a true story. He gets mad
See,
when
that's
he's
why you
driving.
hit.
He gets
That's
mad when
why
there's
you
no
hit
chocolate.
Wiki Wags and Spectrum Fudge in the same
That's
day.
right.
There
That's
you go.
exactly
Bases
right.
are
So none of
covered.
this is.
And-
Tracy, please put this in our car.
Ellen,
All
there's
right.
your last thing.
Oh yeah, and a Jagoff beanie. Made
From-
by Jens
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at that. Look at It is fantastic.
Okay, we're
It is-
good.
I hate when I accidentally rub my eyebrows
Yay.
off. When I accidentally rub my eyebrows off, I get
Right.
confused. But we're going to bring Yin's Lids in, but we want to ask you the question of the day. First of all, where does everybody find you and follow you
Yeah,
online?
in case they literally live under a rock, because everybody knows how to follow and you find you. Go ahead.
Cooking_comedy_chaos. And I'm on all the social medias, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Love it. Yin's Lids, make your way in. But here's your question of the day, Desiree. Worst body part to get cold. So it's winter, and when you're cold, but listen, I'm going to tell you what prompted me on this. My mother always used to say, I hate when my neck's cold because then the rest of you, and I'd be like, oh, for Pete's sake. Enter 40s, and I'm like, I got to chill because my neck's cold. So I get it. What's the body part that you hate to be cold?
It's my nose.
My
The minute
nose.
my nose gets cold, everything. I'm just like shivering
Okay,
at the
that's
table.
a good one. Not nose, my nose. All right, perfect. Desiree, thank you so much
Thanks
for
so
having
much
us.
for
guys.
hosting us for our fireplace tour. We
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
And everybody
Thank
can
you.
still donate, right? They can
Yes,
still donate
yes.
items.
Linktree in bio. There's an Amazon wish list that has everything. The goal is to help 50 families with 50 household essentials to last them.
All right,
Like,
time
love
to do
it.
a dance.
We
Time to
love
do
it.
a dance.
Yin's Lids, come on down.
Yin's Lids.
Hi, girls. Welcome.
All right, there are two microphones.
You guys
there.
live about 12 minutes from us, and we made you drive out off of 51 because that was my sprinkle information, right? I was like, guys, are you available for a podcast? When?
It's 59
When,
minutes
where?
away.
I was like, off 51.
2,222
Because you thought I knew?
red lights.
I mean, come on.
stoplights.
Do you really
Right.
think I knew where we were going? You know that was definitely not in the cards.
So, welcome to the podcast. We appreciate you guys are one of our sponsors because all of the fireplace stops get stuff from you guys, which is really cool. And so, I guess I term you guys as the nick and knack of knickknacks. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's not really a knickknack, but let's set it up like this. Full disclosure, they are literally our outfitters. So we have so much stuff that some things I have to tell you we have purchased, but some things they have generously given because they are those kind of people. And sometimes we create like a little drawer of Yin's Lids things and we supply people with them. And it's a marketing tool, but it's because your stuff is so good. So if you weren't coming, we had our backup plan because you guys are just that good with your merchandise. You started with the hats that everybody knew with the brims that you're beautifully wearing, I believe. Yes.
Oh yeah.
The wood
But
line, yeah.
You've gone so far. Like I've used this example too much at this point, but you've done things for Tracy, for business, corporate things. You've done things for people's homes, customizing for holidays. My favorite thing so far is the cutting board with my great aunt's recipe on it. What are some other unique things that you've done?
Well, we do got a nice little bag for Desiree.
Oh, I figured
We
because you're
do. We
TikTokers
do.
now. As of this week, add TikTok to their resume.
TikTok on the way here. I'm like, I'll get this one of these times. Oh my god,
Do you mean that tech talk?
TikTok.
That
No,
tech
we love
talk.
it. We love the stuff that you're doing, and you specialize in. You use like you're on our website. You have your own website. You're in places like the Steel Goat Marketplace. But
Robinson Mall's our big one.
big one. I made it market. Yeah. But go ahead, John.
Tell us the story about the guy hearing it on the radio and
Oh,
stopping
my.
at your house.
This is a good one.
So their house is when you go
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
down, it's around 79. You get off, and it's hard to miss it because there's a big Yin's Lids
Sign.
banner right
Right.
on the porch. But
Well,
go ahead,
that's
tell that
that's
story.
how Rachel originally found us. 'Cause
Yep.
she was driving down our road, and when
Okay.
COVID hit, it put us to a halt. Like all our shows were canceled. We had this massive banner, and I still wanted to advertise, so we slapped it on the house.
Smart.
But
I was hanging Christmas lights, and I thought somebody was grabbing. We do the little free site, you know,
Right.
in the neighborhood. If you
Right.
want something, you come pick it off the porch.
Right.
So I saw a guy coming up on the porch. I thought he was grabbing something for free, and then a knock come at the door. Tyler runs downstairs. He said, Nick, it's something for Yin's Lids. I'm like, what? So I go flying down, and the guy had heard us on the radio, and he
Q92.9, yeah.
from the lettering.
Look
it
at you
cut-
with the branding. Nice.
Yeah,
work.
I love it. That was good.
By the way, it's
You-
Q92.9 FM every time you say it.
I'll get there.
So he
okay.
was just
We'll get
so
it right.
excited to actually put two and two together, and he just wanted to knock on the door and say hi. He comes in peace.
He has been driving by our banner for the last few years, and he kept thinking, "What is it?"
And he found it.
Yeah, and when he heard us on the radio, he goes, "The light bulb went off," and I had to stop and say, "Now I know what you guys do." And he was just so excited to stop and say hi. And now we have a new fan.
Oh my God. And that's all that matters is
Uh-huh.
that when you think about it, word of mouth, still, I mean, is truly the key. And that's what you guys figured out early on, is that you go to these places, you literally pop up and the conversation continues, right?
Yeah, yeah, because we sell mainly online, but we still like to do in-person shows because it always gives us a new connection with somebody. We always find somebody else to connect with.
And that's why I got the dog.
Oh, jeez.
It's a speaker for the shows, and he's like my little tent guard dog. So I'm like, we gotta. I started calling him Max, but I just wanted to see what everybody else wanted to call him. I do like Carson because I'm from the South Side. Carson
Right.
Street is like stomping grounds.
Right.
So I'm like, that's a nice. I was torn between Berto and Carson because I love Roberto Clemente,
Of course.
Yeah.
but I like the South Side.
Understood. Yeah. And you guys are so Pittsburgh, and hence the Yinslets. So we really appreciate that you are one of our sponsors of the tour.
Absolutely.
You're always, and that's
Thank
just
you for
it.
always
You're-
having us.
Oh, you're always all in, no matter what. And we literally do text them at all times, all the, and it was funny because, they've done things even on Pittsburgh Today Live now. You help so many different charities. If somebody has a fundraiser, what can they do to get in touch with you?
Just follow us. Find the updates. We just purchased something for Desiree's fundraiser.
On the way here, we helped with her birthday cause. We love giving back, and we raised 5 kids. 2 of them are out, 3 are at home. But our biggest thing that we preach to them is when you help others, it helps yourself.
And we usually do
matter
this.
what.
And we usually do the sock drive. This year,
Right.
we are part of the
gonna ask you that.
WBN Business Network. So this year, we're actually helping raise money for the Crisis North Side.
Crisis Center North.
Crisis Center North.
So
I
you're
always
the
get it all
John,
screwed up.
and Rachel lets you know what the organization really is. Go ahead. You're like, it has something to do with context clues. Yeah.
So we're raising money for them right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are great people. Thank you so much. One more time, where does everybody find you and follow you?
Yinslids.com and then,
Easy.
Yep.
Awesome.
all the
Robinson
links.
Mall, go at the I Made It Market. Right now it's open Thursdays through Sundays because it's not holiday hours. Steel Goat Marketplace. You can find us at Songbird Artistry. Come pop at our shows because that's where you get them best deals.
That's so true.
Very true.
And obviously
know?
on the ajagup.com website.
Yep.
Question of the day.
Talk to me.
What body part when do you hate to get cold? Because then that's everything. That's a good one.
Feet.
Yeah.
That's
your
why I
feet.
started
We
the sock
talk-
drive. I used
Yes.
to take a bus everywhere, and the first thing that gets cold is your feet.
That
And
is-
it stings.
Yes, that is a
So-
true story. And John's back. I got their questions. I got the answers. Bada bing, bada bang. They're
Bada
good.
boom.
Yeah. All right, you guys, Mike, drop the microphone. John Craig, stop videoing and come talk to us.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right, and we have
No,
John
no,
Craig
no!
Media.
Don't stop videoing. You can bring that camera in here and just shoot from
Don't stop
POV.
videoing.
So we are again at the Fireplace Tour. I stepped out a little bit because we had to make sure everybody was copacetic, and we are on another shoot. John Craig from John Craig Media / Fifth Influence, and how
What's
are
going
you?
on, guys? Thanks for having me.
Well, so
This is nice. I have a little bit of a
so
cold.
John
I have a little
Craig-
bit of a cold today.
John
so.
Craig shoots these videos for us, our Q92.9 FM radio thing, our parade summary. You have literally crawled through puddles with us, stood outside
True.
in the cold with us.
I have.
And then showed up and said, so guys, what are we doing? And we go, well, we don't quite know yet.
Don't quite know.
And somehow or another, that bucket of stuff turns out to be something really good.
It does.
that you could, because of your editing and your shooting.
Well,
So-
thank you. Joy in repetition.
You are
Joy
that guy.
in repetition.
You are, as I said on the radio, you are one of my favorite JCs, and that
Thank you.
includes Jesus Christ.
I know. I came in third in that list, but I'm working. I'm working.
Well, I've known him longer. I don't
know,
have a
that's
choice.
true.
I can't
In the
say you before
meantime,
him.
we had you on the radio because you just started a little project. So what we joked about on the radio is that the mailman never goes home and goes out for a walk, right? They do that enough. But you did that. You go home from shooting videos all day professionally to shooting your own video project, and you just started that. So talk about that a little bit.
All right, great. I can't do both at the same time.
All right.
Before I talk about
Don't
that,
you
you
hold
suck.
I have a big question. Is this a house bear, or did you guys bring this in?
We did not bring it. Okay, so that is Desiree. Why is
That's
the bear
house
there?
bear.
All right, am I in focus, Sean?
Shaquanda, right?
Just touch my face. Just,
Yeah.
all right. So that's not your bear. That bear doesn't
No,
travel.
we did not bring a bear.
And so, all right, that's Bonnie.
That's
That's
Shaquanda.
Bonnie Diver right there. I'm
I
a little
know.
nervous.
Right?
Don't be nervous.
I'm a little okay.
We'll have
She's
her-
great.
Yeah, we'll have her give you traffic later.
We
All right,
digress.
my side project.
Yeah.
So it got launched last Monday, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And I did a soft launch. For a guy being in advertising marketing, I launched it so poorly, but it did great. And so many little good things have come out of it. But the first question is like, why do I do this? Like, why do I work all day with a camera and go home at night and still work with it? And the simple answer is because I have to. And the other simple answer is most people hire the artist, but when you show up, you have to be a craftsman type of thing. So when you show up, you know, any situation, your job is to deliver who's ever paying for you. So every once in a while, you want a little control. You want a little control. You don't want to have to answer to anybody.
Oh.
And so then you can take all the credit or take all the sin type of thing. And so that was really it. But the type of people, I'm dedicated to like the blue collar mentality of Pittsburgh. I'm dedicated to people that want to get up every day and work and create something new. And getting to spend time with Jack Hunt, Johnny Angel is exactly it. You know, a person who's been dedicated to his craft for so long and he continues to do the work. And I just want to steal mojo from people like that.
The name of the video series is?
Creators, Makers, and Misfits.
Right. And I
Brilliant.
tried to get us in on Misfits. He's like, you are Misfits, but you don't fit.
Yeah, he doesn't want us
Yeah,
on
he
this
already
one.
told
Yeah,
us that.
clearly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well,
John, we say it all the time, but you are just such a creative mind. So many different people in the city use you for your services because they are just so good. Your talent, your flexibility, your willingness to jump all in. And you always are. I mean, Bonnie being here, it's another conduit. You actually are the film person at her events that are coming up for the Mardi Gras that we're a part of, and we're going to win Paul Martino.
It's official.
Yeah.
Right on cue, Rachel. Thank you.
I gave her a 90%. But
I was raised that way, Bonnie.
Yes.
But no, kudos to what you do. We appreciate you more than you know. So
well, thank you.
so much.
It's always
Yeah.
a joy.
All right.
I
Question
always
of the-
say it. I'm the
Always
luckiest.
is a big word, but okay, I'll take it.
I am
It's
the
on
luck.
video.
I'm the luckiest cameraman in Pittsburgh. I do. I get
Aw,
behind
you
the
love
scenes
it.
of wonderful
You
people.
love it.
I do. I'm
Yeah.
the luckiest cameraman in Pittsburgh.
That's great. All right. Where does everybody find you, follow you, all that good stuff, and then you have a question of the day. It's really hard cut.
That's
It's
a hard
riveting.
question to answer these days.
Yeah.
Fifth Influence.
I know.
FifthInfluence.com is the hub for everything. Mr. George Potts, you're welcome.
Because he's watching.
Yeah.
FifthInfluence.com
Rachel's
is the
favorite GP
hub.
in the world.
I don't know many other GPs, but go ahead.
He'll take it.
Yeah.
And then I'm on all the socials, but just my personal page on Facebook is the hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have John Craig Media, but Fifth Influence is where we're telling the world to go. And my
And-
personal page on Facebook is
And now
always
he's my
great.
third favorite, JC.
third
Right,
favorite.
right.
Trying
Here's
to
our
get,
question
trying to get
of the
number
day.
2.
You ready?
I'm ready.
What's the worst body part to be cold?
My right shoulder.
Oh my God. I love that there's so
very
many
specific.
answers.
Why?
I got sick like a decade ago, and my right shoulder got chilly. And like right now, I just want to take Rachel's scarf.
Do you want
I'm
to
like,
give it to me?
That's all right. I got chilly like I'm getting old, and I get that bone cold.
Oh my gosh!
type
Does
of
it
thing.
does it hurt before it rains? Like, are you that?
No,
old?
it hurts.
Situs?
No.
It's
Should we
it's
look
just
into this?
I just got chilly one day, and it never went away.
Well, we'll invite you to the next podcast when we have an orthopod on.
yeah.
Listen, you can have my scarf. The only reason I'm wearing it is because I'm going to my son's Penn State inline game, and I didn't want to look so trashy with my PSU homemade sweatshirt on.
I keep a blanket around me like grandma. I
my
literally
mother
just
does that
Put it
too,
over my
yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah.
I got cold
Do you have
shoulders.
a name for it? Like pulpa? Is that your
No,
pulpa?
no, it is my favorite though.
Okay.
Like, if it gets lost in the house, I do get worried. I do. It's my thing. I do get worried.
That's it. John Craig, thank you so much for
All right,
coming on the
guys.
podcast.
John Craig.
Thank
All
you.
do for us, we
All
appreciate
right.
it.
We'll see you on the internet.
All
Maybe
right.
we
Yeah.
should tell
You know
people
what?
to subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Yes, right. Subscribe
Thanks
to
for
our
the
YouTube
advice, John
channel.
Subscribe,
Right.
like, and hit the bell.
In the
hit the
meantime, John
notification.
Craig, our
the bell.
next guest is Bonnie Diver. Would you like to
Oh,
introduce
intro her.
Is
that high pressure?
That's press.
This is Bonnie Diver, Pittsburgh native.
The
That's all you need. That's true. Bodie.
The Bonnie Diver, right?
The Bonnie Diver. All right.
There you go.
I'm
Come
here.
on,
Come on
Bonnie
in
Diver.
here. So, as we said, this is behind the scenes of the podcast. You can listen to the edited version. It comes out on the subscription file around, I don't know, Monday evening, Tuesday morning. But you can always get it on yajagoff.com every Tuesday and over on the Q92.9 FM personality page. Our next guest coming in from Music from Bobby Thompson is Bonnie Diver. Bonnie Diver Hairpiece Charities and well-known voice around the radio waves here in Pittsburgh. Thank you. I heard it creaking
Yeah,
as
I was
well.
like, stop it.
Bonnie Diver. So first of all, welcome to the podcast. This is not your first turn on this.
She's never been on the podcast, right?
Is that right?
I don't know.
Not with me.
Wait,
I guess-
maybe did we do her during COVID?
We did something.
We did a
Yeah,
video.
we
did
but
a video.
she's
We did a
never
video.
been
We've
on
done
Okay,
some
all
stuff.
right.
So okay.
So let's get into Hairpiece
Okay.
Charities
Sure.
because there's a big event coming up that John and Rachel will be winning.
Yes,
So-
you guys need to win
Yeah.
this year.
Right.
Oh,
So-
you were
You
so
gave
close.
us the like sort of runner up, but we took it. You know, we're not
Yeah.
usually runner uppers, but we were like, we'll wear that crown.
Well,
Yeah.
that made you prince and princess.
Okay.
Because we were looking for king and queen of
Okay.
Mardi
Yes.
Gras to be
Fair
the
enough.
winners. So we gave you prince and princess. So how about that?
Fair
And
enough.
to be
We'll
honest
take
with
it.
you,
We'll take it.
Rachel will always take second place to David Heifel because she
Oh,
loves
yeah.
him.
I do love him.
Yeah.
She loves
He
him.
does.
So
Yeah.
All right.
Mardi Gras is coming up.
Yep.
So, but let's back up. Hairpiece Charities.
Sure. Yeah. How much time you got? Yeah. Seriously, no. I had cancer 20 years ago when I was 46. Got through my treatment, talked about it on the radio, and tried to get people to learn about self-care, not just your mammograms, but also self-exams, and really be vigilant about checking yourself out and going to the doctors if you think anything is wrong. So with that voice, my doctor said, you are somebody that can make a difference. So start an organization to help to pay for wigs for women, because most insurance companies don't pay for those wigs, and it's an expensive time to go through cancer.
And
You have
Bonnie-
co-pays, deductibles, time off work.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have
Go ahead.
to because I don't. Did you know that? Did you know that insurances didn't pay for?
No. I
Right.
mean,
I mean, you
who
lived
knows
it,
that?
but you didn't.
But who
know
would
it,
have
no.
thought?
Yeah,
Yeah.
going through it at my own pace. It was, everything was like, I don't know what's going on. You
Sure.
know, it's like I don't even know how to spell, chemotherapy or what is radiation or any of those things. So it's all coming up, as a newbie and just whatever. But so I didn't know anything about that. But so the doctor said, why don't you do something, because this is a real need that we need, because Western Pennsylvania is we've got a lot of women with cancer. So I said, well, okay, if not me, then who? And so we started it, and it's grown over the last 19 years. We've helped thousands. We had 500 women that we helped last year, and we give money. So don't send me a wig. Don't send me your hair ponytails. There are places that do that. Sometimes I get a box on the front porch. I'm like, what's in the box? So, but
It could be Inns Lids. They do that with porches too. They just drop.
Yeah.
boxes.
So
You can pick up stuff off
Yeah.
of their porch.
yeah, that'd be great. So no, but we do actually give money. So
Right.
if you are going through any type of cancer, women or girls, in Western Pennsylvania, we help with $250. We send a check to the salon where you're going to pick up that wig, and they take that off your bill. And then we help with support groups. We have prayer. We call ourselves Hair, Prayer, and Care. And so we have care as far as our support groups and information to help you to do better. And then we send out encouragement cards to all of our women that want to be prayed for. So it's kind of a whole thing that encompasses it. Been there, done that kind of stuff,
Sure. Yeah.
And so people call me and I talk to them on the phone for sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes an hour. And it's all about whatever they're going through. So getting ready to start chemo, here's what you can expect. Here's some things that can help you. Here's a way to keep your white count numbers up. So I will tell you that, that you guys, just a little information to take home, share. A great way to fight cancer is food, lemons, onions, and garlic. Who doesn't like it? Great cancer fighters.
We just had so much limoncello last night.
We're good.
I'm good.
Perfect. Okay. Well, all right. We're
That made
working.
us
You're
feel
a
better,
work in
Bonnie.
progress.
We need onion cello next.
Or work in progress, yeah. So maybe later, right? So those are things that can help. And Brazil
I
nuts.
didn't know that.
And Brazil nuts are really good. They're a natural source of selenium. They keep your white count numbers up, help to fight infections, builds your immunity. And so when you're going through chemo, you've got to keep your white count numbers up because everything gets knocked out with chemo, right?
Yeah.
So you eat like 6 or 7 Brazil nuts a day, and they keep your white count numbers up. It's a great way to do it. And the rest of you, just eat 2 or 3 a day.
How about that?
It's
enough.
Yeah.
Bonnie, how about that? All right, so
But
let's get into
can I just really
Sure.
quickly reflect though? I've known you a long time as well because of my dad's days at 3WS,
Right.
and felt like I did grow up with all of you. And the city of Pittsburgh in general feels like you have truly been that beacon. There's so many great support groups now, no question.
Right.
And we love seeing that. But you were one of the first. So kudos to you and your doctor for taking that stance all that time ago, because we didn't know what we didn't know. And now we
Right.
were so educated that it's a huge help that I don't know that you realize what an impact you've had.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know what I'm doing the rest of my day because I'm like kind of crazy and who knows
And
what
you
in the
do
world's
traffic,
happening,
so
and I'm
you
like,
know
it's
traffic.
it's always a mess. Everything changes and stuff like that. But what I do know is when I go home in the afternoon, I'm sitting at my dining room table making those phone calls to those women. I'm totally focused on that. And it's one of the weirdest things that have ever happened to me, but it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I feel like it's really the place I need to be, and I've been put in that spot for a reason. So, it's been a real blessing. So I can say cancer, I never expected to have that. I never expected to start a nonprofit, but here Hairpiece Charities has come along, and we've made something really bright come out of something that was very dark. And so screw you, cancer.
Yeah,
I
there
love
you go.
it.
Now, screw you, everybody that's in on the Mardi Gras, because John and Rachel are going to collect the most number.
That's
of
Mardi
beads.
Gras talk.
It happens when and where?
Yeah, February the 18th. We're going to be at the Joinery Hotel now downtown, which is really funky, cool. It's Donato's got this place all fixed up. So it's like, I think it's the old Salvation Army building or something. So it's got a lot of the old mixed with the new. It's not like a regular hotel. We're going to take over all the lobby space and the upstairs and this whole big space. We have John Gresh coming in, who's like the Mardi Gras New Orleans band that's going to play live. We have our celebrities, including you. We're going to call you celebrities.
Okay.
What else?
Woo! What?
I mean, we're not.
That'll make my son roll his
We'll
eyes.
win.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We're not celebs. We're gonna
Oh,
be
no.
amateurs.
Yeah, no. It's all good. It's all good. So you're going to be elevated. So we have you against Lindsay Ward and whoever she decides to bring. She's not sure yet. We have Lee Trevosic, the magician. He's going to do magic tricks for beads.
Ah,
So
smart.
watch out.
We're not afraid of him either.
Yeah, no, okay. Paul and Joy Martino, you know.
Oh, we've taken them down before. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, right. Yep. Okay, so they'll be out there.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, who else
Is
do we
Shelly
have?
back?
No, we don't have Shelly, but we have Sheila Highland and Jim Kren.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shelly really got down and dirty, walked around the
Oh, we
party
were
with
gonna
a
With
puppy
a puppy!
last year.
We were gonna
She
punch
had
her.
her puppy.
Yeah.
Right.
I was
We
like,
almost-
what? Yeah, and
Yeah.
so it's anything goes at Mardi Gras. So
Yeah.
whoever gets the most beads, and we're going to do a ramp up again this year with the internet. So we'll go online and we'll
Everybody
have
hear that? You need to support
Yeah.
Sonia Jack.
JohnandRachel.com.
Yeah,
we can
so
make
it'll
that
be
work, yeah.
$10 per bead, and that goes to the charity, and then those beads add up and then go into your bank before we even start the event. So we'll be doing those and trying to get you guys some beads.
And we did win that last year, by the way.
You
that
won
was
that
why we
part.
got crowned. So you have to help
Yeah.
us because look where it's going. What a great cause.
Yeah.
And we did have a smear campaign, and we're not afraid to
We
do it
will
again.
do. Yeah, we will be engaging. We
We're
might
already
even hire
thinking.
John Craig to
Yeah.
up our game, our smear video campaign.
You don't even
that's
know
for
what the
sure.
smear is.
Right.
It's so bad.
Hairpiece.
It's up on your channel right now. People want to see
It is. You want to see what happened last year? Yeah, John Craig did an amazing video. He is like,
Yeah.
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 I'd
there's
kiss
no
him if
better-
He
wasn't-
likes working
yeah.
for you because he's inside a nice hotel. He does. For us, he's crawling through puddles. But the
and the food, and the
Oh,
food.
yeah, the food,
New Orleans
fantastic.
food. Yeah. So remember, yeah, alcohol. Yeah, I know. We've got complimentary some specialty drinks with Johnny Hartwell's going to be a celebrity bartender with Jerry Sunday from Distillery 464, and then we have of course the Jenny Craig is going to be coming in. Scott Baker, he makes those gourmet grilled cheese.
Oh yes, right.
Jenny Lee
Yes.
bread.
Jenny Lee.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Jenny
was like,
Lee,
wait,
yeah.
Jenny
No,
Craig.
Jenny Craig.
No.
If
We're
Jenny
gonna
Craig
say Jenny
wins,
Craig?
Jenny Craig's
What?
gonna be not. They're like that fat guy in the corner
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
win. But Jenny,
If
Lee,
it's not 5 o'clock in the morning, I can't think.
Yeah, 5 generation bakers.
That was good.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
you were looking at me like Jenny Craig. What the huh?
I was like, wonder why Jenny Craig
So
is there.
No, no.
Hairpiece Charities, PEACE,
Yeah.
is where they go to
Yeah.
get the tickets.
Yeah, yeah.
So get your tickets now because the Joinery, by the way, was a fantastic place to have our Jagoff Christmas party.
Were you there?
We
Shout
had a
out to
great
Chef
time
Donato.
there.
Yeah, we had our
Chef
Chef
Donato
Donato.
took
yeah.
good
They got
care
a
of
new
us.
chef in there and everything.
Yeah.
So it is so funky fun, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
great. We love
Great
it.
hotel.
We
Yeah, and
love
if you
it.
want to stay all night, they've got a special rate for like $119.
That's
to
what
stay
we did
overnight.
too.
Yeah.
We did the
Boom.
same.
All right.
So very
Chef
cool.
D.
We had a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah.
Bonnie Diver. So hairpiececharities.org. Get your tickets. Plus, also just go donate and check out what they do because you could donate. You don't have to wait till the event to donate. You can donate
No.
anytime.
Absolutely, yeah. So a little bit really makes a lot. And I went back and I looked through last year at all the donations, and most of our donations were like $25 to $100. I mean, those are the people, and that's and that's so Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can give a little bit, and that's all those little bits add up to a lot, and just it's so amazing, and it helps out local. We don't help Ohio or West Virginia. So sorry.
Yeah.
But it's all Western Pennsylvania women that need the help, and
That's
it's so
important.
direct. So it's something I really have a lot of passion for, and I appreciate you guys that make me on and talk about it.
Absolutely.
And again, if anybody needs help or if you want to help, it's all right there at the website or 412-327-5177.
There you go.
Spoken like a
Nice.
true pro, as
Bonnie
we-
Diver, what is the worst place on your body to have cold?
My bum.
Oh my God, there's so many different good answers.
I wear long underwear if I have to, man. I got them. My yoga pants, whatever. They're on.
That's tough because you do morning radio. If you have to go out early, like it's
Oh,
cold.
I
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a true story.
know.
Bonnie, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you so
with
much,
us.
Bonnie.
Thank you, guys.
Always a
Awesome.
pleasure. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it. All right, you're going to listen to a little bit more of Bobby Thompson as he comes into our scene.
Our scene.
Get it, Bobby. All right.
Okay. All right. What was that? I don't know. Your phone. Bonnie, thank you so much. John, Craig, do you need some of her to kind of like? Okay. BT.
All
Bobby
right.
Thompson.
We'll grab one. Yeah, grab one of them because we'll talk to you first.
Look
All
how
right,
chill he
cool.
is. Don't you feel like we watched him grow up?
Oh my God!
Look at that
yeah.
guy.
Right.
Look at him.
Right. It's so this is Bobby Thompson, Beaver County's fave, right? You hail from Beaver County.
Yeah, Beaver County.
It's up there, not down there.
I love that you were like, I don't know. Am
By
I?
the way,
Where am
so you have you've traipsed the podcast skyline with us a little bit. So
Yeah.
tell us what's new with you.
We've been playing a lot. Bobby Thompson in the Groove. We're booking more and more gigs. We just played at the Craft House last night, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
It
a
looks
great
like
place.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a great place.
A lot of people came out and supported, which is amazing because we couldn't do it without their support.
Yeah.
We're in the studio with Joe Monroe, and he's like helping us with our new songs and recording them. We have 3 or 4 new ones that are going to be coming out shortly, so real excited about those as
Describe your music for someone who hasn't heard you before.
well. We like to call it funk and soul infused rock and blues.
It's so true because I feel like even since we've known you, it's changed a little bit, right? Like you sort of started out bluesy and with a little bit of funk, but now you're kind of really getting into it where, no pun intended, but it is this groove that you're getting known for.
Yeah, for sure. Like as you grow as a musician, of course, you have different influences and stuff, but especially like the whole band together, like all of our influences kind of come together and clash. And like Rich, the keyboard player, he likes like prog rock and grew up playing Yes and all those. And Rob, our bass player, he likes like 90s rock and roll and other things as well. And Cody's like real funky and he likes some jazz, and I obviously love the bluesier rock side of everything.
So how does that make a difference in how you're playing your guitar? Is it faster, slower, more chords, more finger work? Because it seems like you do a fair amount of finger work there.
Yeah, it all depends on like what the song's calling for and stuff. But like if I get to let loose, then I'm gonna take that chance and let loose, and but you just have to play the song and what the song calls for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in mosh pitting right here if we pass you along on your
Sure,
back?
let's go. Let's
Pass you
go.
along
I
over to
feel
the other
like he's
couch and into
always
the kitchen
game.
for a
Now-
s'more.
Yeah, I've never done
when
it,
you
but
started, Bobby, did you think this is where you would be in the sense that,
right here,
hey-
right now with you guys.
Well, in this
Absolutely.
living
You're like,
room.
Yeah.
oh God, it's the highlight of my career.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you've always been. I mean, first of all, you also have always been so willing. Literally, we've known you for about 5 years now, and you've been so willing, no matter where we are. Axe throwing, Kia Tomlin, so many different things that like you are all on board with, and we've watched you progress as a musician. But when you started, wasn't it kind of like, oh, I just like to play, and now it's become you mastering your craft?
Yeah, like my dad, he had a guitar, and I was always gravitated towards that. And then, he bought me my first guitar, and then went from there. But you start out just playing it and going, oh, I think I like this, and then now it's like, oh, I love this. This is my passion. This is what I want to do with my life. So once you kind of have the mindset shift from like, oh, I like this as a hobby to like, this is it, then you kind of take
So
it.
what do you do
Right.
differently? Because I always think of like the golfers. I've heard that they'll go out and hit 1,000 golf balls a day.
Oh, I'd be so
You know?
sore.
Yeah, right. I'd be so mad. I would throw 9 clubs into the woods. But
He's
Yeah.
not kidding.
But what do you do? What's your equator to that? They go hit 1,000 golf balls because they now have made the decision, I'm going to be a pro golfer. So what are you doing? Are you writing? Are you practicing? Are you watching videos? What?
I take some time to like find different influences and stuff, and then I'll kind of dive down their music and listen to it a little bit. And usually when I'm diving into these different artists' music, it helps me write my own music, and it might not be the same as theirs, but it kind of ignites that spark of like creativity
Right.
for the for the songs to just come out. And yeah, you sit down and you learn like licks and different pieces of songs and stuff. But you know, you just really focus on learning new things, and writing's a big one.
You know what I would love to see? I would love to see this guitar off, where a riff off between him and Tim Vitullo.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh,
yeah.
That would be so
God,
much
yes,
fun.
yeah.
We'll have Scott Tatey be
Yeah.
the in-between guy.
Yeah.
the, like, MC.
Scott's a man. He, yeah,
we
he's so
love
Scott
him.
is the Beaver
Yeah.
County connector
Yeah.
for sure.
He really is. And that's why we actually offered for Bobby to come on Bridging the Gap, because I think that would be a really cool
Yeah, that'd be fun.
opportunity.
Yeah,
so
for
we're going to
sure.
get a date for you for
Good.
that as well.
Bobby, where does everybody find you online?
You can find me at Facebook and Instagram at Bobby Thompson in the Groove and BobbyTinthegroove.com.
Yeah.
Nice.
BTG, Bridging the Gap, Bobby Thompson.
Look at that.
Question of the day. You're the youngest, I think, of everybody who's chatted. Where can you not get cold?
That's easy. My hands, because
Everybody
I got-
gave a different answer. I love
you gotta play the guitar, and when
Outside
your hands
concerts,
are
yeah.
when your
Yeah.
hands are cold, man.
So no gigs after October in Pittsburgh.
I played a show last year, and it was for a light up night, and it was probably 10 degrees.
Yeah. At
And
the
it was,
downtown Pittsburgh or in Beaver?
Beaver, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it was so hard to put my
Yeah,
fingers.
I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure. Bobby Thompson, check him out. He's one of our absolute faves. Not just saying that. I'm not momming it. He really is a fantastic musician.
So you're going to sing another song, but can you give us like a little cool music bed that we would read our thank yous and our
We're
ad
prima
to?
donnas now. We
Like,
need
you know what I
background
mean?
music.
Now that we're
Man.
on the radio, we have to have a music bed
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, so-
This is John and Rachel doing their ad of the week.
Write us a jingle, Bobby T.
You guys have really upped your game since I met you.
Thank you.
Trust me, we really
As
have
he
it.
laughs
It just
at us.
sounds better. All the, anyways. So first of all, thank you to all of our sponsors for the Fireplace Tour. That is Millie's Ice Cream and Sprezzatura, Wiki Candle, WikiWag
Wiki.
Candles, Spectrum Fudge, Sinbin Creations, and did I miss? Oh yeah, and Yin's Lids. And
Perfecto.
So we also have to thank our guest this week. Tracy is the one who gathers all the guests. Bobby Thompson, Bonnie Diver, Yin's Lids, and of course Desiree. It was really cool.
And of course, JC.
John Craig, who is now documenting this whole thing for any court issues that come up, any legal issues that come up here,
whatever they may
Yeah,
be.
Right.
And today is sponsored by Rorick Honda, the home of the Rorick Advantage, a benefit program that offers customers over $2,000 in free services when they purchase a vehicle with Rorick.
These savings include free lifetime oil changes and free annual PA state inspections. Visit RorickHonda.com for all of your vehicle needs. We forgot to say thank you to Monica.
Oh, we
That's
love
it.
her. She knows
all right,
we love
Bobby,
her.
let's have it. Let's have your song.
I see the way that you look at me. You should know I don't love for free. You're with him, but you blow up my phone. I know you can't wait to get me alone, yeah, yeah. Show me how to live, I'll be on the next train. The way you move, make a man go insane. I'm falling, darling, and I'm here to stay. You make me feel some type of way. We got tension, feel it too. Come on, baby, let's make our move, yeah. Now I'm holding you in my arms. There's no reason to ever be apart. I got you where you got me. Come on, baby girl, let's go to ecstasy. We got tension, feel it too. Come on, baby, let's make our move, yeah.
Oh, yeah. See you guys.